That is my special brew. 2 granulated coffees, 3 raw sugars. It's pretty tasty. It's pretty good. You know, I like that program, The Expanse. Have you seen that? He's in there and he's really loving his coffee, man. It's like, fuck, cool. Of course, coffee and spaceships, man. They do the coffee and cars thing. Oh, why not coffee and spaceships? Yeah. Because that's exactly the thing. We don't want spaceships for fucking travelling. We want them to. We want cool stuff, man. We want cool stuff. We want cool stuff. That's what the spaceships are about. Fucking read, Mr. Musk could be like the first trillionaire in the world, which will be debated endlessly, I really think. Hey, I'm going to publish my company's name. I'm going to publish my company's name right now in this video, because that suffices as a copyright, that you've published it somewhere and there's a timestamp on it somehow. And so effectively, if you put it out there, it's published, right? And so it's consciousness tech. Because consciousness is the tech, right? Consciousness is the tech. It's always bugged me. They call computers and that tech, because tech is a technology thing. This is a genre thing. And that singular product is not a genre. I mean, that's actually wrong. It is a genre. But what technology is everything. It's materials technology, it's vehicle technology, it's engineering. So it irked me that they'd appropriated the whole fucking, mana of it. So yeah. So that thing there, those 2 planes, put it like this, all those engines can push 500 tons, because a jumbo jet can handle 250 tons. And then you might think, oh fuck, seeing how the fucking spastic fucking management of things, they would freak if you wanted to land something like that on the airport that they've got, because it's 30% heavier, and they'd freak. Nah, they'd freak out of that. So I thought, maybe you could take off from water, because it would be pretty easy to make it a seaplane. And yeah, so landed on the water. Because around here, man, there's fucking Lake Taupo, right? It's dead flat. It's glass every morning. It's fucking wicked ass. It's flat. Wellington is the same. Just about everywhere's the same. First thing in the morning, it's fucking dead calm, man. It's like so many times, Rob, so many times, I'd wished I'd had a fucking drag boat and get out there at like fucking dawn, man, and fucking nail it all across the harbour, because it's completely empty and completely flat. Top fuel drag boat. Anyway. It's definitely a grey day. Grey, grey, grey. Fuck. See, you know what? New Zealand is going to be the top in the world, man. Because actually, comparatively, right? Actually, New Zealand's operated in the most professional way. I know it's all really anxiety driven, but you know, in this COVID thing, how we locked the country down and we actually had hardly any here. Jesus, that's just separated us from everyone. Really, fuck, because we've almost kicked its ass, right? That's fucking astonishing. That is poor. It's like all these countries are ships. They're spaceships. And we get hit by a meteor shower. And we're the only ones that hardly got damaged. And everyone else has got fucked up out of it. That's what it kind of feels like. So this new way, the new way that's happening, man, it's fucking, it is on. Oh, fuck. I've got to stand there, fucking, just holding it. I've got this idea, and it's for a new spaceship engine. So I'll publish this here now too. Um, yeah, I've thought of something. Right, it's pretty serious shit, man. It's fucking made a quite wicked discovery, eh? It's, you know, I'll tell you the little story of it. How the planets formed. So here's my little idea, right? You may not know what a torus field is. Okay, a torus field. It's a magnetic field. Have you seen if you've seen the little picture of magnetic fields, see, you look at a picture and it's like at each end, north and south, right? Well, if you're in actual reality, it exists in 360 degrees. So, so along this torus field, particularly if it is at the outer reaches of another torus field. So the sun's torus field, right? Because there's this torus field, right? And there's another running into it from somewhere else, right? And So this Taurus field, right, I think in the centre of a Taurus field, because all those rings are coming in, that's why the sun's hot. It's an energy produced by the confluence of this field event, right? That's where the temperature's coming from. And so, the sun was there, and it's got its Taurus field, and that's what slowly attracted particles of whatever. Little particles get together and become fucking bigger. And it's carried around by the Taurus field. Okay, it's carried around by the Taurus field. And there's a bit of data from further along that I'll bring in about that. So yeah, it builds up to the planet, and it only needs this wickedly tiny little push, just a little wee push, to keep up with the extra mass happening, right? And so even though it's been it's got really big and lots of mass, right? The Earth and planets, right? It's kept up with it because of the increase in mass, right? It's increased the Taurus field, but it's a subtle push to push it along. In space, there's no friction, there's no slowing down in that, and so it's kept up with it, even though it's got bigger, right? And so that's what formed the planets, I think, because there's something about this harmonic where they're created, because all the planets are in an equal plane, as it were, right? Okay, and so there must be another one intersecting it, because that's what can affect it as another Taurus field, or that force that exists. So that this Taurus field can produce this thing and heat. It's a certain first step I'd take on that, but it's an idea, and I like the idea of it because it covers those different bases of it, right? How the planets were formed, how they're kept in place, how the sun's hot and the Earth's got hot as well. It's, shit happening. Why do these things? Why does it? What? It's fucking gobsmacking that the Earth exists, we exist. It's pretty amazing, man. Imagine if humans actually be aliens like on Star Trek. Imagine that, man. Imagine, fuck, the army would look really cool if you could fly around in spaceships and shit. Man. It's like, holy fuck. I think though over a long term it would be really quite freaky. Because that's all coming, and it's exponentially kicking off, man. It's like it is the growth industry right now. It's highly exciting, dynamic, and optimistic. And they're all good things, man. So that's my idea for a spaceship engine that doesn't need to carry fuel. It doesn't need fuel because it makes its own fuel. Just got to ask nicely. The universe will provide, man. So I thought that years ago, man. Years and years I've been thinking that. It'd be bloody handy if you had a spaceship that didn't need fuel. Because so much of the design of it is about the fuel, consideration of the fuel, and what engine the fuel uses, and how much space there are, how a lot of fucking around goes on to make those systems as well. What was that motor? Oh, that plane engine. It was a airliner engine. It was 6 tons. Um, yeah, just massive infrastructure, and a lot of the ship, the way it's designed, is about the architecture that is necessitated with that kind of thing. Or you could just bolt some seats on a wicked jet engine. Because that was in Judge Dredd this time, eh? It was like the spaceship was just a big engine with some fucking cabins tacked onto it. Which is about the size of it, man. It's a big engine with some cabins on it, like the SpaceX's Space Dudes. Um, this is amazing. It's been because it's private. That means it's pop culture for sure, because it's been done by private people, and that makes it pop culture. Because government stuff can't be pop culture. It's that's like you know a lot of places did that, but when private people do it, I totally love Russia's science. Um, their perception of science. That's fucking cool, man. Bloody money has owned science in America, right? But what am I talking about? Well, see, America's two places, man. It's the fucking political, financial, fucking zombie apocalypse, or just people wanting to live, you know. And this whole thing's set by this money thing. So I see that in the future, the Earth will just disband with governments, right? Um, because there's a code among the people. There's a code among the people. So that's how it is in New Zealand. That's where it's really noticeable, this lefty thing. Pushing the shit hardcore fucking used car salesman fucking styles. Um, and the thing about it, we've developed, there's been emotional growth in the general people. Um, and here we are now. See, a good team does not need a boss. Your best fucking leave them alone is fucking the true thing. A good team rocks it, man. And So yeah, just huge. You know, you'd think they're it's just going to be like Blade Runner. That's a microcosm of it. The hardcore of it. Blade Runner is like designed around that. But I also see robots coming into it, um, like these synthetic things, you know. Just they absolutely will because of this human being, how it is, how they communicate, and how they want to live, and there's just no, there's a big lack of emotional skill and staying safe and keeping people safe, and because it's just been a fucking big fucking boxing ring, emotionally. Um, you know, that's all these statistics they talk about. Dysfunctional people. It's me, the human race, right? There's people that are too, it's like they live more close to consciousness than others, right? And as a little kid, you get these ideas about what's cool, usually from your parents, or the space you're in, you know. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my secret plan. Not in world domination, but space domination. Yeah, Russian scientists, like their planes, they build their planes as tough fucking things, man. They're tough as, man. And and America's like this wicked Ferrari F1 thing. It needs heat engineers, and it's like fucking every 600 hours, I think. This dude was going to rebuild an engine in the army over in the States. Every 600 hours. And this, see, yeah, there's two perspectives there. But Russia, man, they've gone on some wild fucking, they've gone on some wild goose chases with science, and it's, you know, it's like the tokamak. Tokamak. It's an artificial nuclear reactor. Okay, so an artificial nuclear reactor, and it's using this plasma field to contain a nuclear reaction, or to create a nuclear reaction in that plasma field. And I think they've got some little spark they made or something. So that shows it's way off somehow, because there's a whole lot of what, yeah, there's. So they made that spark, and so I haven't heard much of it, you know. Fucking beast of a thing it looked, man. Holy shit. Oh, this other one from Germany. It looked fucking wild, man. It had like 100 pipes and hoses going into the bed. Big round thing. Fuck, it looked insane, eh? Oh, fuck. So we'll see. Anyway, should go. Yep. So it's just a few ideas, man. Yeah, I like this idea. There's two jumbo jets, man. Re-engineer them into a single fucking spaceship. You could have like, you can make it so you have four, and then when you go to land, 6 of them go vertical, so you've got wicked control of it. Yeah, that will be good. So yeah, at the point of landing, 6 of them will turn downwards. 10 million, I'd build all that. 10 million bucks. I'd get swarms of engineer interest, man, to be involved with it. I would do that. Because they closed down our Air Force. They shut down our Air Force. We had these fighter jets like, I can't remember the name of them. I've seen them actually. Skyhawks. I was in Taupo on the western side of Taupo on a tractor doing silage, right? And they come past, man. They come past at about 200 feet at about 1,000 k's an hour. 4 of them, and they're a bit apart. They're a fair bit apart. Like 2 kilometres. And they went past like, well. They shut our Air Force down. And you know, all of the maintenance people and people who had kept those planes flying, including modifying them, right? All got fucking, they were all working out other places, man. You know, it's like, so there's lots of those dudes around me. There's lots of them. There's actually heaps of people here. They'd be into that. Like, you know, you can restore an antique aircraft like a Spitfire, stuff like that. And that's an amazing sight to see that aircraft in person. Holy shit, man. But they make them, you know, rivet by rivet, man. And so to actually go the whole opposite way and actually build a kick-ass spacecraft, man, it's like, whoa. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'd invite BMW on into it, because I think that is the thing. That is what I would aspire to, is create something as nice as a BMW in the construction office, right? It's everything. It's a BMW vibe, man. This is it's performance and style. It's like, yeah, and it's got no fake chrome, like chrome plated plastic. I don't like that stuff, man. And yeah, the car's got none of it. 7 Series, well, BMWs actually, they don't go near that. Fucking carry on, eh? $10 million. Someone please help me out. Because I can kick off, man. Because it's already also, those planes, that they're already built for pressure, to be pressurised, right? Man, it sticks out like a mile that using something like that would be a better start point than making something from scratch. Elon Musk, he's landing his rocket boosters, which is, God, that was a wicked moment. Landing these bloody things down. But yeah, just starting from these planes, they're already half spaceships, man. Like structurally in that. They've got all the appointments. You know, it just needs like an augmentation. It needs space engine technology. Because it'll fly up. You could fly to any altitude you wanted, because it's got a fucking 8 engine on it. So it can live in a plane environment and do the plane thing, go way up in the air, then the space rockets can take off, can take it beyond that. We might need a good cricket bat. We might need a good cricket bat. Because how to stop the stuff that's flying around at mega speeds, man. And I think you could actually have drone cricket bats. You have 3. You have 2 to slow it down, 1 to catch it. Yeah, that'd be fucking cool, man. I can, you know what? This can be done very quickly because of the familiarity with technology and courage. I want to make the best doors in the world, the best spaceship doors. Oh man, as an engineering thing, you take these aspects you would need to have up there to live comfortably. The creativity and, you know, it's virtually fucking, it's like mixing dance and music together. Okay? It's creating something that has a beautiful function. That's kind of what it's like. It's both of those mixed together. Because creating it is fashion designing and cooking at the same time. And that's beautiful, man. It's like, that's really living, eh? That is really living. And it's something I aspire to. So there you are, 10 million, please. Someone. You could immigrate here if you were going to pile, you know, the fertilizer on. A good idea. The government would like you very much to move here. Because we all did that. See, that's Star Trek. So that was the story of Star Trek. Picard explained to the Earth woman when she asked, "How did you be able to build this thing, man? It's fucking wicked." And Picard said, "Well, once we got rid of money, then we just started helping each other." And of course, this is what goes on. I mean, the Amish do it, right? They build the house and it's fucking like 20 people, man, and they do it like ping. And it's done, man. And rugby proves it. Yep. So I was just daydreaming there about my amazing spaceship. Yeah, and so you know the little one, the control module thing, the control ship thing, control ship. You know, it's plugged into the fucking main body of it, right? Then you take off, man, and you get up there and you can go out with the small one, right? And the small one will be just like the car thing. It's going to be just like the car thing because it is a car, but in space, and it'll have the kind of whole performance thing, how they're going about with cars. It'll have that aspect about, you know, the things, how flying can be up there, how well it copes with doing it, you know. So there will be that. And it's back to the great competition between the composers. like in the classical era or musicians today. You know, it is exactly like that. The creation of these things from scratch, hand built, bespoke. Yeah, I might go to have a word actually to this company. Put my business proposal to them. It's actually a really good idea. I'm going to get my teeth fixed, right? In August I should get some money, and I think I'm going to fix my teeth. And yeah, and that will mean I stop working in this game I'm doing, the truck driving thing. I've got to go over to that environment. You know, I've got to go to the dark side. Maybe wear a tie even. Oh my god, that'll be different. Nah, but you know, the clothes thing, that's all cool, man. That'll be fine. Because this, you know, I just can't help it, man. You could probably have noticed. I'm obsessed with creativity, eh? The whole 8 laws, revelation of that 8 laws, that is pure creativity. It's really, yeah. And so the spaceship thing, because the future's coming. So I've done this great thing, revelation of the 8 laws. I figured that out, and I told a big story about it, and I've said heaps of words about it. And I'm sure there's a lot people might like to look at that. You know, yeah. And so that's coming. I'm going to put it in a book form, and so that's real academic. It's a science. It's fucking quantum sociology, man. You know these fucking media people where they talk and what they think is important, and they fucking tell fucking porkies, man. I tell you what, that's what the Bible is. It's left-wing media, mate. It's fucking. So imagine if that was the big news story of the evening news. We have decided that the Bible is nothing more than left-wing media. Fabulous. Oh, fuck. I've got to meet the stranger. Got to meet the stranger at one point or another. This person, I've never known him, I've never met him, and I've got to meet him, and that's it. I'm talking about this person who doesn't smoke. Fuck, I struggle with that, eh? Fucking hell. So, you know, that's pretty. I like this video because it's like there's been some space stuff in it. And they're worried about writing the new Star Wars. Well, I actually didn't really notice the story of Star Wars at first because it was the technology in it. There's these fucking spaceships flying around there, man. The story was the technology. Yeah. Anyway, that's all, man.